determine the equation of the quadratic function from the graph, we also want to give the function in general form. Remember, general form of a quadratic function is f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. But to find this form of the function, we're actually going to use the standard form first, which is f of x equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. So the first thing we'll do is replace f of x with y. So we'll have y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k. So in this form, hk would be the coordinates of the vertex, and xy would represent some point on the graph. So now let's take a look at our graph. This would be our vertex. Notice how the vertex would have an x-coordinate of -3 and a y-coordinate of +4. And then notice this point here on the function would have an x-coordinate of -4 and a y-coordinate of +2. This is actually all the information we need to get started. Since this point is the vertex, h equals -3 and k equals +4. And since this point is on the function, we can use x equals -4 and y equals +2. So again, from here, we're going to substitute -3 for h, +4 for k, -4 for x, and +2 for y. Notice when we do this, we'll be left with one unknown, a. Once we determine the value of a, we'll have the function in standard form, which we'll then write in general form. So we're going to have 2 equals a times the quantity x minus h. Well, x is -4, minus h is going to be minus -3. And we're going to square this and then add k, and k is +4. So now let's go ahead and simplify this. We'll have 2 equals a times, this is going to be -4 plus 3, or -1 squared plus 4. So we'll have 2 equals, -1 squared is just 1, so 1 times a is a plus 4. We subtract 4 on both sides of the equation. This is 0, so we have -2 equals a. So our function in standard form is going to be f of x equals a, which is -2, and then we'll have the quantity x minus h squared. Remember, we do want x in our function, so we're going to have x minus h, but h is -3, minus -3 will be +3, so we have x minus 3 squared, then plus k, again k is 4, so we have +4. But since we want this in general form, we'll have to multiply this out, combine like terms, and then put the terms in descending order so it's in general form. So let's do that on the next slide. So we'll start by squaring the quantity x plus 3. Remember, there are no shortcuts. We'll have to write that out as 2 factors and then multiply the 2 binomials. So we'll have 4 products, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have -2 times this product, which will be x squared. Then we'll have plus 3x, that's plus 6x, plus 9, plus 4. Now we'll distribute the -2. So we'll have -2x squared minus 12x minus 18 plus 4. And we have 2 like terms here that we can combine. So the function in general form would be f of x equals -2x squared minus 12x, and then -18 plus 4 is going to be -14, so we have -14. So this would be the general form of our quadratic function given by this graph. I hope you found this helpful.